All right, everybody, what's going on out there in Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Land? It's the Schwantz 27, and we are doing another VODcast of the Flashback Battle Royale. This time, we're doing the Coliseum Grand Finals from Week 2. I'm going to be your restreamer / tracker, along with my good buddy Cheech. So we'll be pushing the buttons. Talking the talk, however, are two people that can also walk the walk. First, we have the second place finisher and feature in my weekly recap this week. So if you want to go watch more of his gameplay, check out that video on YouTube. We've got Gar. What's going on, Gar?
Oh man, Schwantz, today is a wonderful day, and I can't wait to explain to you and Cheech and my co-commentator, who will be introduced very shortly, and all of you viewers at home, how much I absolutely love Strago, the character.
I've heard that you have a manifesto tucked somewhere at your desk that is ready and willing to be read at any time here, so I'm looking forward to that. And also, we are joined by Saberwolf, back from his fun health adventures. Hopefully you are feeling well, my friend. Welcome back into the fold here.
Yeah, I am back in, well, better than ever, because, I'm missing a portion of my body now, but that's okay. But we're back after a 2-month hiatus to do some more tournament action for you all right here on the Worlds Collide channel, and yeah, great to be here again.
All right, so Gar, since you played the seed while Saberwolf was recovering, why don't you take us through a little bit about what the Coliseum Grand Finals is all about and what was sort of your experience with the seed, and then we'll flip over to the runners and we'll see how they get on.
You got it. So right there is a very handy infographic on your screen right now. The flags highlighted in red are probably the most relevant ones. So big one right there, split party EXP. Normally, in say an Ultras League flag set, everybody gets the same amount of experience. It is not divided among your party members. In this flag set, it is. So you, the runner, have a choice to make. Do you lower your party count to increase the amount of EXP that gets divvied up between your group, at the risk of running into something nasty that maybe you could have avoided by having a larger group? Or do you go for a larger group and then grind a little bit longer to get your levels up? A very, very interesting question, and one that I don't think has a great answer to it. I will tell you what I think, but it's neither here nor there. 20% of encounters are inescapable. So I remember running a practice seed where I had an unescapable Doom Dragon encounter, and that was the end of my run. So that can kind of catch you off guard. And yeah, 1 in 5 is actually, it's a respectable number. So you do have to respect the random encounters that you run into. And finally, that normalize and distort flag, the bane of many a runner. What that does is it takes boss stats and, well, it can lower some high ones and raise some lower ones so that they're all about equal. What that means in practice is that there's a lot of bosses that normally don't have a lot of HP. They become very, very tanky. Tier 3 becomes a nightmare because Meteo, where you're used to it doing about 1,500 damage, might as well double that number. So if you ever see it, Party Wipe might be in your future. Otherwise, unscaled dragons can catch you off guard if you're not ready for it. Shops are 100% random with a 1/4 sell value, so you're not going to get nearly as much bang for your buck by finding, say, ribbons or Genji shields or anything else that normally sells for a lot. You start with Mog, Strago, and Gal, one of the worst starts in the game. Let me tell you all about Strago over the course of the next, however long we do this stream for.
Vanilla, even, pretty much.
Oh yeah, they all have their vanilla abilities. So Mog is a dancer, Strago is a lorer, and Gao is a rager and GP rainer. Gao definitely had GP rain in the vanilla game. So that's basically it.
He doesn't know how to spend the money, so he just throws it at the monsters. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, you start with $20,000, right? So you got to spend it somewhere, and you might as well make it rain on some monsters, especially in the trench that you have immediate access to. So with that, I think that's about it, unless Saberwolf, you got anything else?
One quick tip I think was for me is like you said, you don't know which is better. Like if you go 2 character, 3 character, 4. For actually running through the game, I've seen these kind of flags where these XP split, and the people that go with 3 runners or smaller parties seem to tend to do better and seem to get to the end game faster by having that 4th character just be a dead Moogle charm holder. And for some reason, I've seen those runners having more power later game than I do with people with 4-man parties. So we'll see how these 4 line up. Because we do have Javinator, Lenexian, Outlaw Star, and Jex Varrock in this race, and let's see how they go.
Yeah, Lenexian and Jex Varrock gave us somewhat decent text palettes. On the left-hand side of the screen, however, you will definitely need some eye wash for the pseudo demon chocobo and whatever the hell Javinator decided to turn that color into. We should name that color over the course of the run. I'd like to name it Strago's Robe Red, just in honor of this flag set.
That might be one of the worst things I have ever heard from a human being.
I would say Neon Tomato, including the green part on top. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm looking at here.
That's obviously Christmas Carol Celeste.
Cheech says Blood Orange. Yeah, it's up there. All right, here we go. And we're 1, 2, 3 in the box here. Again, we are going to start with Mog, Strago, and Gao. So no surprises there on what our starting group's going to be. All of them have vanilla abilities. And let's see where we go first. We do see Quasar there in the lore for Outlaw Star. I didn't see what the dance was for Mog, unfortunately, there. I missed that.
Dance was nothing great. I think I saw Snare, so maybe useful for clearing out some random encounters, but nothing you want to rely on long term. And then there is Retainer lore for a start, which is pretty darn nice. So looks like all of our runners stopping here at Narsh, World of Balance, going to go ahead and do a little bit of looting. And by coincidence, this will also set up the Lone Wolf check for later, should they decide to come back and do that. Or if they're brave enough, do it right here. But I think we have a lot of cowards, so I don't think they're going to do it right now.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing it right now. Probably going to get some levels. Unless, well, we could use the soldiers for a level gaining right now. We do have the Quasar available. We do have the Retainer available there. We did see a Tiger Fangs and gold there, so we get a little bit of cash to start with. But I don't know. I mean, unless we find earrings in this relic shop right here for Jav, and there isn't. Atlas Armlet and Dragon Boots, though. I don't see us going for the check up top, because you want to do Kefka at Narsh when you do the Wolf check, because they kind of go side by side, they're right next to each other. But if you don't want to go to the combats quite yet, you're just going to have to come back here later.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a risk climbing up there right now. It's certainly possible, especially if you get a cooperative boss at the end, along with some nice encounters as far as like the green, perhaps even the brown soldiers go. But I think that all of our runners are going to save that until later, until they absolutely need to go up there and take care of it.
Outlaw Star grabbing the enhancer there. That is a great weapon that boosts magic power. However, it doesn't look like any of the 3 characters can actually use the dang sword. So that'll have to be later for like one of the girls or Edgar coming up here later.
Yep. And then there's also...
I'm sorry, Gao can use it. Gao can use it, which would be great for Gao with that shock ability. So.
Yep. Also, there are Atlas Armlets for sale. Atlas Armlets tend to be a little bit tricky to find, so...
Oh, Minerva, Mega's hat, next side by side in the Returner side up. That's amazing.
Yep, Jex Frog finding it. Looks like Lexian also going to find it pretty soon. We'll see if Jav and Outlaw Star wind up going the same way. They're pointed the same way. They absolutely are.
Outlaw Star,
easy.
By the way, the Returner's hideout looking like a bunch of police officers walking around.
Also finding us a unit down in there. So, yeah, a lot of money to be had basically very early on in the seed with that $18,000 you found earlier.
Super balls
And
on the
Super
screen there for Jexy. Yep.
Everyone likes a little bit of supper balls. And did Jex buy 2 of them? Wouldn't blame him if he did.
Welcome in those who are watching NucleCon. You're watching the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide Tournament, the Flashback Battle Royale week number 2. Thank you for joining us on this stream today.
Yeah, this is a VODcast. This has been run in the prior week, so this is not live. However, this is a very, very close match, and we thought it would be a good opportunity to show you a little bit of what we, the Worlds Collide community, have gotten up to.
I find it interesting that the needs to get into Kefka's Tower is only 3 characters. So the 3 characters we start with, although not great by any stretch of the imagination, are the only characters we need to get into Kefka's Tower. Now, we do have to find 10 Espers and 2 Dragons for the KT unlock. But yeah, we already have the 3 characters we need, so I guess we just focus on these guys to level them up. Unless we find one character very early on, and like maybe Gao's Velt check or something, because we're also looking for dried meat. That is the key item that we're going to need for Gao's check here in a little bit. But right now, we are, of course, in the first 10 minutes of any kind of Final Fantasy VI run, and that's an experience egg for Outlaw Star and Lenexian.
Yep, both of them getting their omelets online. You love to see it.
Huge. That is huge in a split XP.
And it looks like Javinator, if he checks this bucket here, he should also get it. And yeah, he's going that way.
Yep. Somebody put their rotten eggs in the trash can, and people are just picking them up for experience eggs, apparently.
One man's trash is another man's double EXP, and EXP is everything in this game.
Minerva's in the armor shop there in the South Figaro. And VK.
The old man can use. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's going to be not great vigor, but still going to be able to hit.
Yeah,
Minerva's
so
and VKs, that's insane. Because Minerva's actually pretty good, because that's going to negate the damage done to you. Also, Pearl Lance is in there in the web shop too. That's going to negate the damage without healing you, so that's going to keep you at that low health you kind of want for the VK to hit with, without actually taking physical, or not physical, but elemental damage. So that's actually a pretty good combination if we can get it going.
And that's why, even on low vigor characters, the Valiant Knife is really, really good, especially if you can get an Esper that increases your HP gained at level up. That way, you have a lot of max HP, and yeah, like you said, Saberwolf, you want to keep them at a low current HP in order to increase the power of that knife. So we have the makings of a stew. The only thing that we really need is an offering to really complete it. Maybe if you want to get a little extra spicy, how about a Genji glove and a second knife?
Oh, I did see something very spicy in the basement bottom over by Celeste's prison there. Hero ring into gauntlet. That is a perfect recipe if we can find a big sword to go with that.
Oh yeah, the sword. Look, if you want to make some pancakes, having a hero ring and a gauntlet right there, yeah, all you need is a little bit of flour, aka Illumina.
Okay, since we're on a breakfast kick with like egg omelets and stuff and pancakes or waffles? Like, I gotta ask that right now.
All right, it's pancakes, and in my opinion, it's not even close.
Really?
So, all right, let me explain my reasoning, right?
You have to explain.
The only requirement to make a pancake is a pan, all right? If you want to make a waffle at home, you got to have a waffle iron, which is only good at one thing, and that is producing waffles. I am not a terribly big fan of kitchen appliances that only do one thing.
Okay, and I have my argument for that. What you do is you get, those George Foreman grills? You find the ones that have replacement waffle.
Oh no.
So you can have it multiple. You can make your paninis, you can make your waffles, you can do everything on that thing.
I mean, I really shouldn't crap on the George Foreman grill. It is a pretty handy appliance.
Back in the 90s and 2000s. That was a staple.
I still remember
those campuses everywhere.
Oh yeah. Snow mufflers for sale on Outlaw Star side. An ammo weapon as well.
Snipers. Wow, these shops are good.
Yeah, a little bit stacked. That sniper, it looks like Gao can wear it. So if we wind up taking a a good rage, then yeah, it could be a viable in-game path for sure.
Oh, Kitty Hood that multiple people can wear for Jack Ferox's side. That's going to help with the money gain to buy all these juicy items. And Minerva can be put on the Strago with the cat hood. So that's going to be huge for a VK Strago later on.
Looks like Jex didn't buy a Valiant knife though, so
yeah, I don't think they have the money for it.
That's the problem is that there's a lot of great things to buy and just not enough money with which to buy it. So we'll see if he comes back later.
Does that sort of alter your looting route if you find like tons of good stuff in shops and not enough money to go around? Do you check more chests in that case?
Normally, yes.
I would as well.
However, because we know we're going to have to grind because of normalized distort and split XP, I know I'm going to get that money from fights. And because I got a cat hood, that's going to amplify the amount of money I'm going to get doing that. So normally, yes, but I don't think so much in this particular flag set you would. Because you're going to waste that time farming for XP anyways. You're going to get the gold from that. That's my opinion.
I still think I would open a little bit more because, yeah, one, you're looking for things to sell in order to afford, I guess in this case, like a Valiant knife, for example. But also, there's the possibility of you spiking any number of things, right? So any kind of elemental protection, a big stick, another VK, or a Genji glove, any of those would be fantastic.
Okay, time out. The quesadilla attachment, Swan, that's just leaving it open.
No. It's got the Illumina.
You can
Hello.
press it.
What the heck is and more cat hoods. No, it gets the crease lines, so this way all you have to do is like just break off the little piece instead of like using your knife to cut through it. Because then the cheesy knife, it's kind of annoying because then the cheese sticks to the knife and into the quesadilla.
Economizers, by the way, in looks like World of
and
Balance.
A Genji glove. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. Well, 100% randomized shops. You are going to see these kind of items pop up more frequently. So we got a very good roll on this. I do like how all our runners pretty much go into the same towns. We're sticking to just South Figaro, Tizen, and man, my brain just crapped out for good 2 months of this.
Just a lot of fantastic stuff.
The massa. Okay.
You know what's funny is that the 100% shops don't help with dried meat, really. Although we still do have five of those shops. I think Dexrock did finally find some dried meat here in World, so expect to see that, Gao stuff coming up soon for them.
Yeah. One thing to note too is that all of our characters they start naked, so any kind of armor will help. So you just saw Jackpot buying a couple of iron helmets. Those are very low tier helmets, but they are defense. And did he just get jump scared by Doomgaze? Did he reset?
Oh no! Where did he save?
I hope it's just outside.
Okay, it was outside TZ. I don't think it was that bad. I think he might have lost his... Did he go to Thamasa?
I thought he was in Thamasa.
So he lost his Thamasa loot.
Which means that,
it was... Oh, was there Illumina in the upper left-hand corner for the...
Illumina was for sale in Thamasa.
Well, that's information. That's information not completely lost then. It's not like he grabbed the Illumina out of a barrel. He knows it's there.
He knows it's there, but he also he does seem to be forfeiting a fixed dice that was up there and a Genji glove. So
Hyperist, earrings, dragon horn. We know where dragon boots is as well. We have every single build available on the table. Pearl Lance is also available. Gauntlet. We have Genji gloves. We have Hero rings. We have Atlas armlets for the Atlas. Basically, I found every single possible build except for an offering.
Does that kind of analysis paralysis affect you in any way, Saberwolf?
Yeah, I mean it would. I mean, I probably would about 80% of this community. I think it would. I mean, you're like, oh, I could do this. Oh, but I could do this. Oh, but I could do this, and it's like I mean, it's just you just got a plethora of options, and then you don't know what's the best one. So I guess you have to just boil it down and be like, okay, which one am I most comfortable with? Which one can I afford? You know,
Right.
you have Quasar on Strago, so I would say economizer would be good. Earrings, buy 3 earrings because you're gonna have a retainer for shock. Break it down to what you already have. What's the cheapest option to get what you have online, and then you can always go for the options for later game. So.
On the other hand, and I get what you're saying, and I think that actually a lot of runners wound up, they bought an economizer specifically so that they can spam Quasar for 1 MP. When I ran this seed, I saw Valiant Knives, and I'm like, okay, the odds are pretty good that I'll find an offering somewhere. And Valiant Knife offering is one of the most potent combos in the game. Yes. And let me just lean into that. And everybody else is just secondary to that, especially in a split EXP seed. You wanna focus that EXP, in my opinion. So when you said earlier that people with lower group sizes tend to do a little bit better, 100% agree with that.
Of course, I see that, but I see in Javanier's inventory a golden hairpin. So now the economizer are not as necessary. Now that I say that. But earrings definitely necessary. You got to get to the earrings. But
gotta have the jewelry.
Gotta get that ice, man. So Javanator, first one to get into a check here with the Lobo. Again, Lobo's default since we haven't fought any kind of monsters yet. Fixed dice rocking on the Mog there, not jumping with the Dragon Boots or Dragon Horn though. So we'll see if we get where do we get the Peddler and Merchant?
Illuminas are in the Coliseum for Green Berets, but you gotta find the Aloe Vera.
Oh, Aloe Vera. Well, too bad we won't have any control to jump the Revivify though, so...
Yep. It's a little beefy boy, so he's gonna be in there for a little while.
Javanator searching for the dried meat. Finally gets it.
Oh,
we got
snare.
Ooh, Bismarck for the reward on the belt.
What a clutch Mog on Lanxian's side. That was awesome.
So now we do have a Hero Ring Gauntlet Illumina, which can be wielded by Mog.
Yeah, we were talking pancakes earlier.
Yeah. So Illumina versus Fixed Dice. I guess we're going to Illumina there, huh?
Oh, that's easy. Unless your name is specifically Boo the Runner, in which case you always go Fixed Dice.
Troll.
Sorry, Boo, if you're listening. I don't mean it.
By the way, dried me in the Tizen World of Ruin there.
Jexy grinding, looks like in the forest outside of World of Ruin, South Figaro. I think in this case, I would just go ahead and jam the trench. It's progression for you, and it also gives you some random battles, so...
Yeah, plus, now that if you're doing this now, that's going to throw a wrench when you go on the Velt, because now you have to fight more other things than just the Lobo.
That's
and you're
true,
not going to get any credit for it, so now this is going to make things a little bit slower for Jackson in the long run. I would definitely go Lobo, then jump in the trench first. Now, the only problem with trench is if you run into a very bad boss and you get that 20% non-escapable escape, basically, where you can't run from the battle, and you get your Doom Dragons again, Gar. That's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, you do kind of want to avoid that. So I understand you want to grind a little bit, but question in the chat: with only having to get Espers and Dragons, does this change your routing as far as where you go to get your requirements? For me, probably not. I don't know if y'all know this, but I'm a little dumb. So I'm gonna go to whatever checks that I think are best, and I mean, if there's a character there, there's a character there. I do maybe weight it a little bit more towards Espers, but you also got to consider that you need 10 of them, and that means that you're going to need to pick up characters along the way. And so getting those characters, it's not disastrous by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing. It does push upscaling, and with times 3, it's a little bit rougher than it otherwise would be. But yeah.
I mean, it doesn't change it much in the per se that if I find a character, I'm not going to do that character's checks because law of averages and progression-wise, that next character is going to have a higher chance of getting another character. So I might focus on my first 3 characters earlier on. The only thing I would not do is I've found myself now in runs nowadays. Anything that's peekable, I save it for later game so I can find exactly what I'm looking for late game. Like realms, like I know some people like doing realms Esper Mountain check early because it's quick and done. I like to save that later so that way I can look and say, oh, it's a character, I want Esper, I'm not going to do this. I'm just go to something else. The only problem with that is also in Ultra League that helps you, that hurts you trying to get check skip. It does prevent that. Oh wait, hello. We have offering in the sky here for Lenexian.
We'll have a
Nice
good
to there, Surly. This could be a bit of a tough fight.
He is only scaled up once, so it may not be too bad. Cracking a Pearl Rod there.
Yeah, we don't have Muddle, we don't have Horn Blast, we don't have anything like that. So, or Noise Blaster rather. So you're gonna have to fight this out. Those are pretty good damage so far.
One thing that could be relevant here is that Katana Soul is vulnerable to being poisoned, and Mog has Bio. So could poison him.
Ooh.
But I think he's actually about dead here. So as long as his Blaze, Blaze is fine.
Okay, Gao's using IO for his rage ability right now. Not really getting anything off of that right now though.
Ooh.
Whoa! That Minerva.
That was a Fire 3 at that low of scaling. That is terrifying.
Does that have to do with Normalize the Store with a Fire 3 at level what is this? 5?
I don't.
The Wet Slash is gonna be bad. Ooh, okay, well we're good.
I don't think that monsters in a box are affected by the Normalize and Distort. They would be affected, however, by the enemy levels that were gained at the start of the seed, just as random objectives.
Javinator running to a Boris here in the trench here. Going a little rough for now. Got one character down, but Gao is going to be only one down. We're going to get a little bit of experience off that.
Yeah, and because it's split, it gets funneled into Mog and Setzer, or Strago.
By the way, this seed also has it so that Blitz's, your Bomb Rush is not learned last, so as soon as you can find a Blitzer, you'll be able to learn it, so...
Yep.
Is that...
Stray Cat.
Okay. Woo! That's huge! And Katana Soul goes down for Lexian, so if he goes in the trench... Man, we have a sniper, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I love Stray Cat. I will mess up my run to get Stray Cat online, and with a sniper on the table,
Atlas Armlet offering or Genji Glove offering with double snipers.
Offering for Outlaw Star for sale there.
Goodness.
Yeah, everything is like, man. We talk about ingredients. Fixed dice there, like just in case you wanted to be wrong.
I mean, I did it last week on my Strago. I had Stray Cat Sniper with double Genji Glove, so I did double Sniper. Double quad 9s to Kafka at the end of the game. I mean, it is outstanding damage, especially in late game, because all the tiers of Kafka, except for the first one, is flying. So Sniper's always going to proc on all the rest of it.
Yep.
Or has a higher chance of proccing, rather. Not going to always proc. Has a higher chance of proccing. It should proc itself. So,
well, there's a bunch of enemies too that just happen to be flying that you wouldn't think so.
By the way, Setzer at the end of the trench here for Javinator. Great trait checks. He's got a couple of free checks, a couple of quick ones. One of them is mandatorily be an Esper or item, which is the Search the Skies one. You can actually get Search the Sky, which we saw Jex do earlier. Unfortunately, but we can initiate it once we get Setzer in the party. So
Yeah, I love Setzer, especially when you've got a requirement to get a bunch of Vespers, because he's got 3 really quick checks, and Search the Skies. Not only is it very fast, it also makes it safer. Like, especially if you get him early on in the seed, like here, you just do it, and then you don't have to worry about getting ganked later on.
like you just do it. But I will say though that now that we picked up Setzer, and this wasn't Esper. The Esper was in the cafe. That means that the chances of the tomb, Daryl's tomb, is going to be very high to be a character. So we might not have to go there. Although we're going to have to go there eventually because I guess we don't have enough checks to cover the number of Espers we need. So we are going to have to go there eventually. But I think there's a point where you're like, okay, I don't want to do this check because it could be a character. I only need Espers. We have plenty of characters for checks to be due to get into those what we need. So.
Outlaw Star in the Casa del Fuego, trying to capture on these Ceratops. However, the capture bug is not fixed for this, so it is always going to do very low damage, and I think that you basically just don't, like, you can't capture at all with the fixed dice.
So the bugs weren't fixed for the earlier, for these earlier flag sets, is what you're saying?
Well, the capture bug wasn't fixed until a later revision of Worlds Collide. So, in order to mimic that functionality for these flag sets, the capture bug is not fixed. So you can't, for example, use an offering with capture. It just doesn't work.
Question from the chat. How can I learn how to play this cool game as fast as these very good players? Well, you can go on to our ff6worldscollide.com, put a little /Discord in there, come in the Discord and ask for help on there. You also could join some of our other events like the Moogles Cup, which is where you sit down with one of our trained veteran players, and they'll sit side by side with you as you run head-to-head against other players. Once you learn how to play the game, you'll get experts sitting right with you, and they help walk you through the game. Now, if you want to do your very first one, we do have a Moogles First Seed that's available, where you can play side by side on our YouTube, FF6 Worlds Collide on YouTube. So you have a lot of different things that you could try to do on our FF6 Worlds Collide game. So I hope you enjoy that, and we hope to see you on that Discord. Again, ff6worldscollide.com/Discord. Jump in there, and people will answer you within 10 minutes. We have a great community here.
Yeah, please join. We'd love to have you. And I know personally, I like to teach new players how to play the game. Nothing makes me feel better. So, yeah, do what Saberwolf said.
Indeed. And we also have other events that we like to help out with too. We do have a Gaming for Help, Gamers Against Cancer. That's coming up here in March. We have a couple of groups we've been doing runs for that event. Also, myself and I believe Drink School is also going to be not just doing commentary for the FF6 Worlds class, but we're going to be hosting for that event too. So be sure to keep an eye on that. Gaming for Help, Gamers Against Cancer. That's going to be in mid-March. So be sure to stick around for that.
That is one thing that I really like about this community, is that anytime there's an event going on where we have Worlds Collide as a feature, the community really, comes out and supports the runners and does the hosting, does the volunteer work. It's fantastic to be a part of. So personally, I'm thrilled to be playing this game with all of you wonderful folks.
There's that character I was just mentioning for Javinator's side. It was a character in the Daryl's Tomb. It's Cyan, who is currently sleeping tonight. Jexfarok is getting their Esper from the cafe. All the stars still pulling their way through the burning house as we speak, while Lenexian is currently in the trench farming there. They're going to get their Setzer on the end of that run there. So right now, the only thing we don't know is what is at the end of Casa del Fuego right now for Outlaw Star.
Oh, and Twine comes out for Javinator there. Gets the Pearl proc. So probably going to dispatch one of these tentacles here. But the other three...
Ooh.
That doesn't even do it. No, that's that normalize and distort at work. And then here are the grab. Now, the grab damage is not affected by normalize and distort or anything, really. So it's always going to do about 60 damage per tick. At later levels, not a problem. But when you only have a couple hundred HP.
That is a Toilet Atma in the sky for Jexfarok. That's what he backed out of earlier. Does throw a bouncy ball at it, gets a retainer, does not get the trigger on Gao. That's a reset for Javinator. Of course, he just saved right outside the door. The only thing about tentacles is the one best way to get through tentacles is to have the running shoes, so that way they can never grab you. But I don't think we have that option, unfortunately. But if you're playing the vanilla part of the game, you're going to get running shoes on as many people as possible, or I think Marvel shoes, I think is another one. That does
anything that grants haste,
Yeah. Casting haste on yourself won't do it. You actually have to have the relic, which makes it permanent on you. So that's the only thing there.
So this Atma really not playing around. It should be about dead, but again, with Normalize and Distort, normally, like if you've been playing Worlds Collide for a while, you kind of know about how much HP everybody has, but Normalize and Distort just really throws all that out the window. Here comes a fighter scheme. Yeah.
By the way, chat mentioning our Schwann's our restreamer. Linuxian does have VK Strago offering online. Also, Lumina is available for Mog and Setzer Wield. So now it brings in the question of 3 characters or 4 characters. Do we drop Gao? Knowing we have Street Cat with an offering, and I don't know if he can put Clip Sniper or not.
He can. So, I would say that you lean into Gao and you lean into Strago, and that's it. The Illuminas are a distraction.
Really,
that being said,
is a lie. The Illuminati is a lie, is what you're saying.
Kind of. Now, one thing about Gao raging is that you can't control him. Normally, that's fine, but like if you do want somebody that you can control, maybe swap out the Gao for a Setzer, have him swing an Illumina, and then that'll be good. But yeah, I would say 2 people. You maybe can go with 3. You've got the offense for it, but.
Reset there for Jack Sparkin's Twilight Atma. It was not low enough. Unfortunately, Strago couldn't do it solo. Rest of the party was down. Outlaw Star right now. The house is burning because there's a train going through right now. We don't have Blitz, unfortunately. We can't suplex it, guys. Sorry, no Blitzer. But it does go pow there for the train. Of course, this also is a Moogle Cup, so you can't kill the train with just Phoenix Down or Revivify. You have to kill it normally like any other boss. But we do get through it, and we'll see what this reward is.
Justin Orlance, oh no.
Well, I mean, we have Dragoon, but I think Mog can use Fixed Dice anyways, so I think Fixed Dice will Dragoon set would be better for that anyways, but...
Yeah, so not a complete disaster for Outlaw Star. He got a bunch of levels from the encounters there. The Ceratops are fairly EXP dense, so it's not too bad, but yeah, you really want to... it's a long check. You really want to get some progression out of that.
So interesting jab. Gao was Sour Mouth, killed him with the Illumina Mog, then brought him back. We're a set of events there for Jab, as Nexian is trying to try his hand at the Sky Toilet Atma.
Jaxi taking a very risky encounter here. Those veterans they do not play around.
Condemned is... Well, Condemned's not bad, but Roulette is what gets scary.
Yeah, Roulette is scary. The veterans have so much HP. Here comes the Pearl. The Pearl's probably gonna knock somebody over.
Oh, the one that was condemned anyways.
Yeah, 1,300. Woo!
Yeah, about 4 times over. By the way, Outlaw Star diving into the Moogle defense check. Looks like it's going to be character Esper there since it was logged himself on the screen. Nexian, back away, gets through the Toilet Atma fight. And is tough.
Just a dead check, but let's see what it is.
Check.
Another cat hook.
Another cat hook, which is, okay for stats, but we already have one, so.
It does make you look super cute when you put it on, though, so.
Jeez. You walked into it, I had to say it, okay?
I guess I deserve that. In addition to looking cute, though, it also reduces by half every elemental spell school. I don't know. I didn't say that right. Whatever. It's a good
Genji
hat.
glove. Okay, wait a minute. Time out. Genji gloves. What am I seeing? Illumina fixed dice Genji glove Setzer.
Hey, I mean, you can stick him in the back, and it'll
he
work.
can't- Oh, he put a gauntlet on there, so now he can't do it. And oh, okay. So he's gauntleting the Illumina on the Setzer. Now Maga's going to be Genji glove fixed dice Sniper. Okay.
Yeah, this is the issue with having all of these options is that you get that paralysis. You're not 100% sure what to do. So Jexy taking a whack there to the Madam Veterans. So yeah, we'll see if he attempts to find a different grind spot or if he's just gonna try and grind in the tomb here. It looks like he's gonna grind outside the tomb. Hornets, a little bit better.
By the way, I want to say that Flash Rain off of Kefka Sprite was really cool. Oh my god, it's another dead check. So that's 3 dead checks for all these characters. So that means we have to find more characters. Even though we don't need characters for the Kefka unlock, we're going to have to find more characters because none of our current characters have rewards. Burning House is dead. Sky is dead. Moogle Defense is dead.
Yeah,
the only ones we haven't found.
Bust.
Yeah, unless we haven't done Ebbett's Rock, we haven't done Wolf and Kefka Narsh. So those are ones I think we're gonna have to do for a character right now. Well, I don't think we're gonna do. Well, there's also Magi Tower. But I guarantee we're not doing that because we have no spells to cast right now.
Outlaw Star finding the Katana Soul.
Oh, we have Cyan's and Daryl's Tomb. I forgot. You're right. There is Cyan and Daryl's Tomb, which Jav is stuck on right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's just grinding because these encounters are pretty decent experience and wants to get some levels before he actually does anything.
Outlaw start working on their Katana Soul now. We do have Stray Cat, which we do have multi-summon on. So this would be this encounter is actually really easy if we could cast this to Stray Cat. He'll kill himself. I haven't seen any of our runners do that.
Lanks on the tentacles now. With that offering, Valiant Knife Cyan gonna have a little bit of an easier time here. And his HP totals tend to be higher across the board. So yeah, should have very little trouble here. But again, normalize and distort. These tentacles are a lot beefier than they otherwise are.
Katana Soul is powering up again. We have normalized distort, which means the abilities are different, but Katana Soul does go down. So that is an offering for Alastar now.
Jexrock finding a Hoover and is able to put him in the zone with Snare. All of the big worm type enemies, minus Zone Eater, are vulnerable to instant death. So very nice play by Jexrock there.
And we have again dueling tacticals now. Javanair going back into the fray now, doing much more damage, but still is a character shorter than Lenexian is, so that is one less character. You could have all his characters grabbed much easier than Lenexian can.
Yeah, the flip side is that Javanator is going to get a little bit more experience out of this.
Alastar making the climb up the hill and nothing behind Yeti, so it means Yeti is no character behind Yeti. So that's going to be a good possible Esper route. So we kind of want to see Yeti here. But remind everybody also that dragons are not scaled. So dragons are at their full power in this particular flag set. So there is no shortcutting to get to a dragon to break some rods or balls, like per se, because they are normal. And that is a Doom out of Jexarox's Strago. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, so grinding on the Hoovers there. A fantastic opportunity to get a bunch of experience and a bunch of skill.
Gold. Well, that's going to buy us the ammo weapons, the Illuminas, the fixed dice. That's going to buy all that juicy gear we saw in the shops.
Just think, though, with that cat hood, imagine running against that Katana Soul later on in the seed. It's like 130,000 gold right there.
Wolf having a Genji glove, a Genji helmet, not really much for us, but oh my goodness! How many espers are available in the auction house right now? Is it 2?
That's a good question. I want to say it's 2.
Yeah, as we found another dead check, but we do have Murder Child here at the top of the hill, waiting to see Kefka's army coming up the hill here. So that's gonna be a really good pickup. Hopefully stats on her are good. Generally they are. Oh, wait, what? Oh, that's Terra. No.
Terra
Slight
is
change,
Kefka.
because actually Terra, Evil Terra. We'll call her Evil Terra.
I ran a seed like this where the reward was Terra up here, and then seeing Terra at the bottom kind of threw me for a loop.
Terra, is this? We just turned this into Final Fantasy IV, where Cecil has to fight themselves. Is that what we just did?
Kinda, yeah.
Tri-Touch, not really what you want to see. Unfortunately, we don't have any fire magic, I don't think.
Yes,
Quasar
we've
will
got
go through.
Quasar, and we've got
Atlas,
Fixed Eyes.
what, BK? Does BK go through?
It sure does.
Okay, so we do have tools to get through this. Fixed Eyes does as well. So this won't be as bad as Javanair is going to fight their Toilet Atman Sky. It's raining poop apparently in this scene. Raining poopy drops. I mean, we're getting like all these like dead checks here.
So, Javinator, I see him in the chat, and I have a question for you. How come you didn't use Exploder on Strago?
Meanwhile, we'll wait for that answer. Lenexian is diving into the dream of Cyan.
The leader?
Facing leader. Now, this leader, again, this is not your normal leader. This is normalized distort leader, okay? As Outlet Star does take down the Tri-Touch here at the bottom of the hill, kind of a French vanilla boss here. And of course, we can get the realm off that realm with steel. Natural magic, though, with 42 magic power.
Yeah, this leader, probably still not much of a challenge, given that the only thing that he can really do is axe.
Well,
big roll there by Nog.
He's not going to get a chance when he gets hit with 8,000 damage in the face.
Big old gamble. And then another big roll for Javinator there onto Atma.
By the way, I love this check from Lenexian. So many dead checks right now for no espers. Dive in the dream. We get at least possibly 2 espers, maybe even 3 espers off this check. That's going to jump them ahead really, really fast. And seeing that ghost there is fantastic. We do not want to see a character there. This is a possible 3 esper dungeon run here for the next.
Yeah, especially with all the dead checks that came from Mog, you can kind of expect this one to have at least a couple of espers, and then hopefully 3.
Apparently Javir is watching through captions only. So yes, why did you not use Exploder with your Strago as an option? He is perfect for that. That's what Gar wants to know.
Yeah. Just a joke. Strago, I hate to admit it. Strago was useful in this seed. Don't tell anybody I said that.
Okay, well, all 80 viewers that we have here did hear that. So I want to thank the 80 viewers watching here on our Twitch channel. If you want to watch our Twitch live, we're usually streaming on 7, 8 o'clock, usually on Thursdays and Saturdays usually. We're trying to get Saturdays back here. But you also can check us on Wednesdays over on Speed Gaming. Stay tuned to our Discord to see which channel, because there's like 5 different channels of Speed Gaming. Stay tuned to that to see which channel of Speed Game we're going to be on. Be sure to check that out on there as well. So thank you for watching. But if you missed the live action, you can head over to our YouTube, FS Worlds Collide on YouTube. You can always watch the VODs over there.
So Lanxian coming up on the second boss in the dream.
Reset hard. Reset straight to Elgato. Javanair is finding a Magi Master.
That's fine. Oh, I mean, you can kill him.
Really? Is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Sure.
60% of the time, it's fine every time.
Yeah, I know we have better tools than we usually do on these Final Fantasy VI runs, but yeah.
Ifrit for Lanxian, well, Ifrit Shiva, I suppose. So significantly better than a Magimaster, although Jav, Jav has offering fixed ice. He could definitely get through it. And then same with Lanx, except he's got offering Valiant Knife. Same deal, gonna be able to get through it just fine as soon as he gets to it. And then cough up a regular clear.
Spicy chicken.
Then, yeah. How about the Nashville Hot, the Poltergeist himself?
Oh, or my spicy chicken rice I had today for dinner. So. Wait.
See, my chicken wasn't spicy.
Wait. Apparently there's experience eggs for sale in the Serpent Trench town there. I forget the name of it. I always forget the name of the town.
Nikia? There was offerings for sale.
Yeah, Nikia. Well, apparently there's offerings and there's experience eggs for sale. So,
I did not see the eggs. My goodness.
Oh yeah, Jaxie did, and he went back to buy some more of those. So that's going to offset the XP splitting a bit.
Yeah, just a bit, especially because Jaxrock grinded on the Hoovers for a good while there. So I see level 25, 29 on Fago. That's not bad at all.
On your boy Strago.
So, one good thing about Normalize and Distort is that a lot of bosses that are otherwise super dangerous, like that Poltergeist, they get toned down pretty significantly. So Outlaws are able to dispatch it without too much trouble. Gets the Ifrit Esper for his troubles. And I have no idea what Javinator's doing. Oh, okay, he's getting his wrong. I was like, there's no way he's going into the tower already.
Yeah, I would not. Well, I mean, okay, so T's and Thief for Outlaw Star.
Yeah, and
yeah, 42,000 in World of Balance, and it's actually more in World of Ruin.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Lanxian gets out of this fight right here. Does have the he does have the Minerva on, so he's basically safe from everything that Ifrit Shiva can do. But God,
yeah,
this quest takes just a while.
Yeah, the only problem with this fight is after you hit one of them like 5 times, they switch positions, and their health pool stays the same of whatever they left off at. But the problem is, Strago is at max health, so he's going to do the least amount of damage with his VK. Well, unless they punch him in the face. Of course, we say this, and he just punch him anyways in the face.
Yeah.
So now he's doing a little bit more damage.
Yeah, you want him to get punched a little bit, but just not a lot, you know?
Right. But the thing is, like I said, again, after he swings like 4 or 5 times, they're going to switch positions and then go from there.
Jaxrock, meanwhile, also going into the Casa del Fuego.
Hey, you got
going to fight his choo-choo train at the end.
Yep. And unfortunately, I believe that's going to be a dead chick at the end, so...
It is an Esper? No. Orlance. Yeah, you're right.
Orlance. Sorry, I'm just reading something very depressing right now. Apparently there's a wrong-way driver in my town on the interstate, and there's 3 patients, 2 pens, so unfortunate for them. Prayers for them.
Lanxian through the fight, going to the throne is an Esper. Phenomenal.
Yeah, so that's a triple Esper there for them.
Very, very nice. That will bring him up to 5-5, and in terms of progression, that does put him in the lead thus far.
Yeah, technically.
Outlaw Star finding or taking care of this Atma will still leave him at 5-3. Then it's Jav at 5-2, and then Jaxrock at 4-2. But those are only half of the story. Jaxrock's, I think Jaxrock's levels are a lot higher than everybody else's.
Marg, what are you doing? Stop healing him. The problem with the Luminas versus Twilight Atma is the pearls heal them.
Yeah, you have to yell at the Mog, no procking.
Yeah, and now he's just skipping. I think he's just skipping Mock's turn now. By the way, next thing getting through that fight, moving on, is going to go to leader check now, which is one of Cyan's 3 possible checks available to them. And we do reveal another character, so as per our item here. Actually, I believe we know this one. I believe it's it's Magic Master. We don't know what this is.
Yeah, so
Ooh,
Link's
wow.
not gonna have an issue with this Magic Master.
Are you sure about that?
Oh yeah. You have your VK user just swing over and over. Now, there is a risk that he still dies because he can get into like the mute doom portion of his script.
Right.
And all you got to do there is say, don't cast doom, and then he doesn't cast doom, and then you're fine.
Sure. But I think Linexian is going to go to Mount Zozo, I believe here. Nope, he's going to go back to try it again.
Yeah, we'll see if he does any kind of equipment shuffle before he goes in.
I mean, if you have the money, there are Thunder Shields available.
I saw Flame Shield somewhere too.
That. Oh, Flame Shields too. Both of them are available. It's from shops. So maybe invest in one of those, although we do have a lot of Gauntlet Get Love users, so that kind of defeats the purpose there. Let's see if Magic Master has another nasty open. Does that? Okay. Well,
Flare Star's okay.
Nasty open. Yeah.
Because that's damage based on your level, so nobody should die here.
Okay, good.
Okay, so he had
Berserk. Oh, wait, what? No, the Magic Master!
Okay, it looks like he just was targeting there.
Targeting!
That's a little unfortunate, because now this opens up the opportunity for him to open up with another rude thing, so... yeah,
moving on.
gonna go elsewhere.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, so we're going. Well, unfortunately, we're going to a double dead check up here. So unfortunately, it's gonna have Jev, Outlaw Star, and Jex all catch up here. We hadn't found the we do have found 6th character. Looks like it was this Realm was the yeah.
Realm was Javinator 6th. So
now that means it's Ozers or Mount Zozo, I guess.
Yes, I do believe that you're right.
And we have to get another character. We're about to go for 7 characters here, at least.
I would be surprised if Jav doesn't go ahead and jam the dream, like sooner rather than later. Gonna go into the Esper Cave, gonna find his spicy chicken. And then after that, I expect to see a World Switch, and then the Dream.
Yeah, because actually that's in the same exact almost position in the World of Rome, so he actually doesn't have to fly very far.
It's pretty darn close.
Yep.
Jexy getting his cathood, finally getting revenge on that Atma that has tormented him since the beginning of the seed.
Outlaw Star, by the way, about to get their Cyan here in the tomb, along with Jex. Jex is also going to go to the tomb for their Cyan. The characters number 6 and 5 for them, ultimately. That's Wake from Realm.
Finds out that the Luridans are floating.
Yeah, many people know that.
I didn't know that until literally just now.
Yeah, you have to only Meteor, Quasar, that kind of stuff is the only thing to kill all of them. Shock. And all.
Yeah, they're pretty beefy as far as the physical defense goes, but their magic defense is very low.
And because they're shaping a pyramid, that means their beef is square. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
Javinator saying, look at the legs. Look, I'm saying there's a lot of things that float that you wouldn't expect. Atma weapon. He looks like he's on the ground. He's not.
Oh boy. So this is the 3-party thing that we're talking about here. So Javinator focusing on forced a 3-man party. Actually not using the 4th character as a mobile charm dead person to maximize the relic usage on the 3 characters they are using. But this is the 3-character thing we're talking about the whole split XP thing, whether or not you can use 4 characters or not. So, Gar, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I was 2 characters for a while, and I think until I found Realm, and then I was the 3. I don't typically take a 4th just because, one, there's a lot of things that they'll just revive that 4th party member, and then you've got to put in the effort to knock him over again. And, having to take the time to knock over your 4th party member, it's a lot easier to just avoid it, in my opinion. Just leave him on the airship.
Yeah, I also did. I did 3 actually until I found Redacted a little bit later on in the street in the race, and I decided, well, I'm at high enough levels now where the split XP doesn't matter very much for other games. That's like the other different strategy is bring a later character into your party.
Yeah, because they'll be at a pretty high level relative to everybody else. So, Outlaw Star in Ebbets Rock finds Rex Soul. That is absolutely disgusting. Nobody likes Rex Soul. I mean, who even named him that?
Yeah, and unfortunately, with our offering user, that's not going to be able to be very targetable to Rex Soul. Rex Soul, very weak to physical damage, strong against elemental damage, or spells rather.
Yeah, is weak to ice, but like even if you're casting an Ice 3 with a really high magic power character, you're not really doing a lot of damage. This flare here, it's got a much lower battle power, but will do about the same damage, just because it pierces defense.
Did you just heal itself? What the heck?
The Soul Savers can cast some scaled up Cure, so that was Cure 3. And because of Normalize and Distort, their magic power is actually respectable, so...
Setzer, down the middle. There you go, pal. Well, the smaller Rex Souls apparently are scaled up for health as well.
Yeah, I think the Rex Soul fight itself, it feels about the same, but it's just gross.
Yeah, this is not one of the better bosses you want to fight.
Yeah, but Outlaw Star not getting a proc from the Illumina, and that is because the Illumina just killed him outright, so they're very nice.
Very good thing. This is actually a new reward, because this is going to be an Ebbets Rock, I believe. So this will be a new reward we haven't seen yet. Alright, Seraphim. So that means that our characters in Magi Tower or Mount Zozo, which I believe is where Jex is right now.
And Jex is taking on the Ice Dragon, which is in Mount Zozo. Now, like you said earlier, Saberwolf, this is an unscaled dragon. So even though it's the Ice Dragon, which is probably the weakest dragon of all, it's got a fair amount of HP and it can still do a fair amount of damage. But these dice...
Oh, still didn't get it.
Still didn't get it. And 600 damage to him in the back row.
Oh, we have double offering from Jex too, with looks like a cat scratching Gao and a fixed dice and Setzer. Oh, they go down again. Yeah, unfortunately, you're gonna have to take the risk to get these guys back up because this is a lot of XP for Jex's party with this dragon kill here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
so you see
right
just wailing away and absolutely nothing going on. So Jex, looks like he's having some difficulty
bringing him
thinking.
up or not. Yeah, he's gonna bring him back up. Meanwhile, Lenexian doing finding some of the soldiers here for the defense of Nars. Unfortunately, that's going to be a dead check. Marvelous use for them. Outlaw Star is currently just starting the Dream sequence, so they'll be able to get about 2 or 3 espers off that. That will actually put them in the lead going into the Kefka's Tower.
Yeah.
Jab doing some little shopping right now, trying to get some stuff. By the way, he's at 4 espers.
He just bought the Zen Thief.
The Zen Thief, yep. So he's at 4 espers. So right now, positional wise, it looks like Outlaw Star is in the lead here.
Yeah, because Outlaw Star is going to get triple S3 here, so going to be 6 and 8 by the time he leaves the Dream. Javinator in chat saying that he goes on a very long trip looking for Phoenix Towns. Really epic Lord of the Rings style journey, I suppose.
Yes, you are in stream, LOL.
And Gemini, who is Outlaw Star. Welcome on in. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, I'm on TV!
So Jexrock finds his shadow and is also the only racer on the board with a dragon. So still only has 2 espers.
So Shadow has a quick check. He does have floating continent, which I imagine Jex is going to go to soon.
I hope everybody enjoyed on Javinator's side the floating Fuecoco. I sure enjoyed that, Jav, so, thanks for that.
Which was the better starter?
I went Fuecoco, and
yeah.
I like Torch Song is just such a fantastic move.
Especially with Throat Spray.
Yeah.
I mean, I did go with Masquerada. I mean, you can't go wrong with auto crit. I mean,
Flower Trick is really good, and auto crit is super helpful.
Plus, I knew my fire was going to be Hisuian Arcanine anyways, so that's why I went with Masquerada. So,
as long as it wasn't Quaxley.
Yeah, that was a slow start. I mean, he'll get faster, but still.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna go Final Fantasy VI, no Pokemon. Sorry to derail the game here, as Javinator is going to go out into into World of Ruin Thermasa, as Outlaw Star is progressing through the game right now. Alexian, by the way, Celeste, hello, where the hell did that come from?
Celeste was
must have been the Shadow Free. All right, so my girl, I gotta say it, I'm contracted in the party now.
Yeah, she is in the party. Does have Blitz, and you can go right
Bum Rush
now.
is available.
Yep, you can go right now and pick up your Bum Rush if you so desire.
Bum Rush Celeste. I'm not gonna make any jokes. Okay, we're gonna keep this PG. So going into Magitech now, is he gonna full pull this? I don't think so.
What? So all right. So the thing with Jexrock is that
cart.
He's only at 2 espers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that he hasn't checked. But that's rough. Like, he's kind of in a pickle here because you don't want to do this, in my opinion. But you may feel forced to because of all the characters that he's gotten.
Yeah.
For everybody else, though, they're a lot healthier Esper wise, and so they're probably not. They're just going to do MTech 1 and 2 and then warp out.
Yeah, I mean, he could, but the thing is, he could catch up quick. If Magitech has a couple Espers here, then goes Dream, grabs those Espers, he can easily be at 7-7 in the next 6 minutes.
He could, but in his position, that's kind of a tough ask. Because, like you said, too, there's encounters on the train. This fight sucks.
Speaking of encounters, I was going to say. Whoa. The Nexian double VK offering Strago. Your boy Strago is getting buff now.
Yeah. You feed him the milk, make him strong.
Muscle milk.
Yeah. He'd be like that one image of a Pikachu I saw where he is like a regular Pikachu head, but in a gigantic body.
We're going back to Pokemon.
Yeah, and just that, but with Strago.
Okay.
Good proc there from Mog.
Very good proc.
This fight, this is one of those ones that's about the same with Normalize and Distort.
Yeah, but
that is
it's still
to
the
say.
same. You gotta take out Curly first, because Curly's gonna resurrect the other two, so you gotta focus them down first. We can
Yeah.
ice, but we don't have that available, of course, in our party right now.
Worth noting too, for you viewers who may not know, do not cast X Zone on Larry until Curly is dead.
Right.
Like it will kill Larry, but if Curly decides to life to him, he will come back. He will be invisible.
Catch Scratch coming out for Gal here. Woo!
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Larry is still alive.
Yep. That's okay. I mean, we get Setzer up here, and we can take him out quick. Or, well, okay, no, we survive. We're good.
Well, as long as we don't get a counter here.
Yeah.
Like an absolute zero here would just really suck. But
he's still
nope,
alive.
he's still alive.
Oh, Mantra coming out of Celeste. Let's go.
Javinator in the dream has found his Phoenix Downs, I think. Sorry, bud, I wasn't paying too much attention there. But is in the train, has cleared his leader. Lanxian just chewing through that poltergeist.
Were you just not paying attention, Gar, or were you saving your eyes from the hideous font?
No.
The 19,000 damage that Shrago just did.
Well, no, like nah, like Javinator, it's a bad color scheme, but it's not super egregious like Outlaw Stars is. And again, Outlaw Star, I'm sorry.
Actually, Outlaw Stars is at least readable. I mean, it's...
Outlaw Stars is
it's
like,
on a
it's like
background at least.
A Final Fantasy VI fan's baby's nursery type of wallpaper.
Oh.
That's exactly what it is.
I could see somebody doing that back in the 90s, honestly. Especially with the way wallpaper was back then. Yes.
Oh, God,
I do see that.
So Outlaw Star, Outlaw Star going through going through Alzar's mansion. I don't even know
This
what's
is a new one. No,
here.
this is the new. This is new.
Yep.
Along with the toilet, along with Magimaster Jr. here on Jex Rock side. This is going to be new as well.
Yeah, the Mini Master. But these are big rolls coming out. Should be enough to put it away here.
Experience egg enough dice roller. It's going to jack up the damage. Always to keep Setzer alive, though. I mean, Setzer has had a hard time this run for all of her runners. Life 3 being learned, that's going to be important for late game, for cause protection. That is another Esper for Jex, so Jex is up to 4 Espers here. He's going to quickly retool. He's going to do a full pull.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. So this will be new information to me as well. Unfortunately, the Ipoos giving Strago the business. And I gotta say, that's really good. Good job to the Ipoos there.
Is Vargas Christopher Robin with the Pooh Bears?
Well, I would say so, but he doesn't live in the 100-acre wood. He lives on some mountain, so...
Did Christopher Walken come and can we identify this? His workaround? No.
So Lanxian gonna fight his Ice Dragon, gonna get on the board there with a Dragon Kill as well. Gonna find a probably Shadow and then Celeste in very short order.
Imagine a flag where the condemned timer does not stop when you menu.
There is a flag. It's called Active Timer.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you have to move it off the weight.
Wow.
And who's gonna do that, really?
On a condemned seed, that'd be...
On any seed, it's rough. Cheech is in chat spreading lies and saying active timer is
our tracker
to play.
It's our tracker.
No, yeah, he's our tracker and he is lying to you. Don't listen, don't fall for it.
Tri-touch reward there for Ozer's matches. That is another Esper on the Varelstar. Alistar one Esper away. Still gotta find dragons though. But he hasn't done Zozo, which I think is a character. I think it's Shadow, right?
Did Jav crack a Magicite hoping for Shiva and then got Ifrit? That's way too funny.
Unfortunately, this Pearl Proc's gonna do anything for Infrared. I'll start fishing for the last Esper with 2 Espers in chance in the auction house. I was gonna fish for that last Esper there, and then all I have to do is get dragons, which means Opera House and since here's the thing. If you know you gotta get Esper, why don't you just go to Narsh World of Ruin for it?
Well,
you're gonna get the dragon up there anyways.
So it looks like Outlaw Star actually bought the 10k item, which was not an Esper. So
so there's only 1 Esper.
Yeah, there's only 1 Esper. It's gonna be the 20k item, but
there are no Espers in the auction house.
There are 0 Espers. So he spent $10,000 on a cat hood.
Wow.
And
which is a pretty good discount, to be honest.
It is a good discount, except you've had so many of them.
Okay, so he's gonna do Fortunately, good play here. Dragon plus reward. Fortunately, the reward is Shadow. So I would actually have done Narsh World of Ruin to guarantee it's going to be an Esper R item.
Yeah. So for Outlaw Star, this is going to work out. He doesn't know it, but I guess he knows it now. But in this moment, he wouldn't have known it because the Tri-Talk spot was dead.
Oh, was it a check? Oh, you did that.
Yes.
I don't think anybody's done that. I don't think anybody did that check. As we see, at the end of Mount Zozo is that shadow standing tall on the edge of the world. And look, Shamanier is also going to go there as well. Locke.
Finding Locke. Okay.
Okay. Not horrible.
Well, I mean, this is going to give him incentive to go to World of Ruin Narsh.
Ooh, that's a lot of HP to get through, though.
I think
normalize the storage, so it actually lowers it. You're right.
Yeah. Probably gives him a bunch of magic, though. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a big pop.
The Jolt Cola.
Shiva. Oh, okay.
Outlaw Star taking on his Ice Dragon, and then Javinator very close behind, going to be taking on his Ice Dragon.
Next Gorgon Solo, whereas looks like Linuxian's going to go into Jador. Jador is an Esper, so this will be Esper number 8 for them. Shout out to Setzer being the MVP right now, as long as he's on his feet with all these dice rolls.
Yeah, where do I get the ability to roll dice like this?
That was a quad 9.
Yeah, Ice Dragon weak to fire, and Flare Star is a fire elemental, so this is also going to be another quad 9. This might be enough to put him away.
Good night, Steve.
Yes, it is.
In case you want a more Ice Dragon, that's out the top of your screen with Javinator.
Everyone loves a little Ice Dragon, a little ice cream. Jex Rock exiting the Impact facility, got his lock. Looks like is going to buy the Esper here.
Nice infrared cast out of Realm. Unfortunately, Realm not doing much damage because it's kind of low on levels. Is repeatable cast because again, Volte Summon is on, so it can repeat the infrared cast.
Yeah, and if you were to ever find like the Bahamut Esper, that is a fantastic way to get through a siege.
Yes.
Long animation, but
yep, it's another version of Ultima, of Quasar, of Brain Train, all that's kind of the same vein of damage, so.
Chalk. Yep, so here is World of Ruin Narsh. We're going to check the weapon shop.
Ooh, well, this is great for Jex, because he can actually do both, but you said it might have been dead, right?
I thought it was, but maybe I'm suffering from some seed bleed.
Yes, nothing hurts more than playing Final Fantasy 6 all day and get seed bleed from all the Siege you played. So,
I haven't even played. I guess I played yesterday, but I don't remember.
hey.
I don't
Jax
remember
is like,
anything.
oh crap, it was here all along. I should have bought all those extra offerings.
Well, is gonna has the ability to spam Stray here, so gonna be able to muddle, and then hopefully the
Oh,
Slayer
wait.
Edge will come out.
Oh, wait. Don't normalize the story. Is he still going to have Slayer Edge? Oh, never mind.
Yes.
Answer my question. Thank you for answering my question, game. I do appreciate that.
So he should get like 131,000 gold here. I think that he's wearing
Yes.
a cap hood.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's
65.
not okay.
I think
There's
it's
no-
capped at 65.
No, it is not. He just doesn't have a cat hood on.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know he's got one. He killed the Yatma.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got like a couple of them. Apparently we're anti, meow meows.
So just to clarify, the normalize and distort option doesn't change the enemy abilities, what they can use. It just changes their stats. You're thinking of the ability scaling option flag.
That's
You
what I'm
can
thinking
change-
of. You're right.
You could change to none, you could change to elemental, or you could change it to random, and random will throw out any old spell.
I'm not even sure if that would specifically affect Slayer Edge, though.
Right, because that's a physical special and not a magical ability.
Right.
Is there a way to change physical special or no?
Not that I know of, no.
I don't think so. Yeah.
The more you know. Hey! Outlaw Star taking on the dragon here in the Opera House here. Is taking the dead Scully Dragon.
Looks like he's got Mog chunking with not one, but 2 Illuminas.
Ooh,
You'll love
this
to see
is
it.
nice.
Flare Star here. Skull Dragon is also weak to fire, so this should also be quad 9s, and yes, indeed.
Ooh, wow. And yeah, again, these dragons are not scaled. They are their full power potential. Crack, crack, pow, we got it. And Jix is facing another dragon at the top of Narsh this time. It's Goldie. My side there for Javinator from the Celeste. Celeste is picked up by Lenexian. Outlaw Star takes out the dragon. Gets a Thunder Shield from it.
Not bad. You love to see any bit of elemental protection, and you can huck it at the end if you don't need it.
By the way, Outlaw Star is 1 Esper away from KT Unlock. They are right now currently in the lead. Javinator and Lexian both tied at 8 Espers, 1 dragon each. Jex Varrock bring up the rear with 5 Espers, but is the only other one with 2 dragons. If he goes into Dream, he'll catch up to 8 Espers pretty quick.
Yeah, so Outlaw Star
Ooh,
not getting
wow.
the Celeste. Wow.
Wow! Outlaw Star, turn your back on my girl. What's up with that?
I mean, I think that this is also an Esper, right? So, won't get punished for it.
No, this is dead.
This is dead? What was this?
Oh. I think wasn't this Marvel Shoes?
I don't
Where's Cat when we need her?
Yeah.
Cat, come back. We need your spreadsheet.
No,
this was an Esper.
This
Okay.
was an Esper, so he'll be good.
Oh, my bad.
Actually,
Well, I mean, if you-
spoiler,
if you
I don't
did
know
the
if we've actually seen it, but I know from playing it. This is an Esper.
Well, I mean,
Oh, that's
actually,
right. None of our runners
no, we
actually
didn't know
know.
it was an Esper. So, spoilers, it's an Esper apparently now. But if he did take the Celeste, that would take him to Celeste's prison, which was an Esper. So either way, you would have gotten the Esper. So.
And either that or you go.
Oh, it was a
Deck
dead
1 or
check
2.
top of Narsh. You're right. Another offering. Wow. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
I think I went up there.
with 4 offerings, by the way, now. Lenexian going into Magitech. We know both of these first 2 are Espers. They were just probably going to do the first 2 and back out anyways, so... But here, how are we doing on levels, party-wise, for these runners here?
I have not kept up too much with the levels. I know that Jex, because he spent like 10 to 15 minutes or so grinding on the Hoovers, that he's in a lot better shape than most other people.
Yeah, his health pools are higher than some of the other runners are, so sounds like you're right. I think his levels are a little bit higher than Theos's.
Yeah, so here comes the Surge, but he's got the Berserk queued up, and yeah,
Ooh.
he'll heal down, no problem.
Hey!
Yeah, easy money for Outlaw Star as well.
Yeah, Dueling Magic Masters as Outlaw Star takes theirs out first.
Yeah.
Dice rolls coming out of these sets here from Jex's side. And we'll see if this is definitely an Esper, and it is. That is KT Unlock for Outlaw Star at 118.33.
Yeah. So it looks like I saw level 44 there and 36. So
Okay.
probably
Not bad.
enough.
Yeah, your safety zone is north of 35. If you're under 35, you kind of get a little worried about your damage.
That is definitely the case, and probably even more so with the Normalize and Distort flag turned on.
Yeah.
So I know that when I did this, I wound up double walking the tower just out of safety, because, I mean, you never know. But I think you probably can clear the tower, you know, just all at once, just split up your party appropriately.
Swan's reminding us that the max scaling is level 42. So because the way stuff is set up with our needs for KT Unlock, that means all the monsters and everything are going to be max scaled at 42 by the end of the run, automatically. So
You know what
you're
that
looking
means?
at, yeah.
It means they're vulnerable to level 3 buff.
Hey,
How's that for some deep lore?
that's also deep math there you're doing. I can't math, man. We still got another possible run after this, so let's save all the math as much as we can.
We weren't gonna tell the viewers.
Outlaw Star diving into the tower 1:20:15, so about 2 minutes later after you unlock. Javinator right now with 9 Espers, 1 Dragon. Lexian has the 10 Espers, thanks to going to a Magitech facility along with Javinator actually 0-2. So they're both going to be pretty much at 10 and 1, so they got to get their Dragon. Probably at Opera House. I don't think they've done the Opera House 1, so it looks like they'll probably go there next. Checks for Rock, by the way, does have both the Dragons. Is going to look for those Espers right now with 6 Espers. Dream will definitely propel them ahead here. Let's see if they go there. They are going to roll the run.
Yeah, so it looks like Outlaw Star dorked up his party a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to go in. So warped out. Gonna go back in. No big deal.
Yep.
And that's 10 Espers there for Jav, so just needs that dragon. And we'll get him off.
Lexian still progressing, even though they have the Espers they need. Maybe they're at 9. I don't know. By the way, Jex is going to dive into Dream. That's going to put him at 9 Espers and two Dragons. So they are going to be catching up pretty quick through the Dream here, as Outlaw Star making their way through the tower here now. Tower runs usually take, what, about 6-7 minutes, I think?
I mean, it depends. You know, about 5 minutes of just walking.
Yeah.
And then, you know, depending on what the bosses are, tack on, you know, another at least 10, possibly more if they're rude.
Offering Pod Bracelet on Outlaw Star's Setzer, which is kind of interesting.
Pod Bracelet, I think, gets slept on a little bit. Safe and Shell are... the big problem with them is that they're not offensive. They are purely defensive, but there's definitely a place for it, especially on VK user, where you still want them to get punched, just not as much. And so the autosave and Shell helps with that.
That is confirmed. Alexian at 11 Espers there.
Dude, what the heck, Lanxian?
Outlaw Star double checking some rules. Stronger Apple weapons off. I did not see that.
Yeah. So
you have to be level, what, 60 something for that to work?
So it starts to get really good after level 64. Normally it's level 32. Yeah, and in the Atma weapon damage formula, there is a division in there, and it's divisible basically by either 32 or 64, depending on if the stronger Atma weapon flag is set. It is off for this, so Atma weapon, kind of bupkis.
I know this was Super Nintendo, not the N64 for that 64, just mentioning.
Yeah. How cool would a Final Fantasy VI on the N64? How cool would that have been?
Well, somebody was making a Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy Tactics game, where it was going to be the Final Fantasy VI game, like the entire game story-wise, but on the Final Fantasy Tactics engine.
Ooh, Outlaw Star just getting messed up by the rapier there. 8,000 damage.
Well, that was their throwaway realm character. So
yeah, still, my goodness.
Yeah, you hate to see it. By the way, Javinator diving into the tower, chasing after Outlaw's heels. That's the battle of the horrible, horrible color schemes now on the left side of the screen here.
Yeah, Jav, about 2.5 minutes or so behind. It's not very far at all, and this number 128, it's thick. It's got a lot of HP, and Outlaw Star, gonna reset. And the trouble is that it's got 3 parts to it, and so all 3 of the parts are relatively thick.
You get a cat hood, and you get a cat hood. Everybody gets a cat hood here.
Oh, I did not notice earlier that that Realm could use a Valiant knife. That is a little funny.
Oh, well, like grandpa, like granddaughter, I guess.
I guess.
By the way, I'll start resetting there.
I had to reset
here on the. I don't know what kind of vanilla bean numbers instead of the.
Instead of Inferno.
Inferno, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we call this vanilla bean because it's the younger brother or sister.
Vanilla extract.
Yeah. This is I would say this is the cheap kind, but again, normalized distort. little brother is it's like Eli versus Peyton Manning here.
Yeah, and unfortunately Eli Manning sucks. So.
Hey! They still got that kickoff thing going on here. You saw the commercials for that.
All right.
By the way, Javinator catching up now in the same fight with Outlaw Star. Lenexia is still trying to finish up some last-minute shopping and stuff, trying to get their gear all sorted out before heading to the tower. Jexbarok finishing up the dreams, going to be fighting the boss here. Well, no, sorry, he already fought the boss. He gets to the last Esper. That puts him at the 9 Espers they needed. Yeah, 9 Espers so far. So they just need 1 more Esper.
So one thing to note about Jav's team is that it looks like he's geared up to take a double dive in, because he's got his main cast here. So it looks like he's gonna just go up the middle, warp out, and then tackle the wings.
The double run.
Yeah, and like again, I don't hate this at all. I think with normalize and distort, it is worth your time to do this. It's slower, definitely. Unless you wind up
safer.
It's a lot safer.
Yeah, I don't hate this play at all. I mean, it makes it feel more bad because we don't have a skip option to get you back to those statues like immediately. By the way, side by side takeout Javinator Outlaw Star takes out both of their number bosses at almost the same time. As we do see an Esper on the ground next to Interceptor there for Jex. That's going to be the 10th Esper
We actually didn't know what this reward was, so it's nice to see the little peek there. Great peek check for them. Nexian Strago hacking away at the black dragon here on the top of the screen, Scully Dragon. And that's a crack POW for them, so they'll be on the board for TT Unlock as well.
Yep. So Jav and Outlaw Star giving each other a little bit high five on the way out here. Because there's no skip, Jav is going to have to double walk the tower, which is unfortunate. But again, it is very, very safe, and with there's a lot of bosses that can be rude that we haven't seen yet.
Goddess.
So, Doomgaze can show
Doomgaze.
up.
Still got Doom. Actually.
Honestly, with normalize and distort, any old boss can wind up being a problem.
Oh, Guardian. We still haven't seen Guardian yet. Actually, you know what? We haven't, but the numbers are low because we actually haven't seen any of the Ultroses. All 4 Ultroses are actually still available, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So this is actually not. This might not be as bad.
And Schwann's pointing out that Guardian was in
Magitech
Factory.
So we have 3 of them left. Okay, my bad. And, it was at Magitech?
Yeah, it was the first boss in MTech 3.
Oh, okay, my bad.
But like cranes can mess you up.
Yeah, especially with the pincer. Well, this is one of the ones we're talking about here. Javinator and Outlaw Star are going to be facing a goddess here. That is one of the ones we did not want to see here. And also, Luminosaur is going to be very unhelpful here. Quickly switching over to a fixed dice.
Yeah, and
unfortunately, it's only good for it's not going to do it.
Jav is much better set up for this than Outlaw Star is. But yeah, this is not one of the bosses you want to see right afterwards. But does have Realm, does have the opportunity to steal a Minerva. There's the
I think it's a low chance because I think this is an earlier flagset seed, so I think they'll take the improve is on them.
I do believe that you're right, actually. Yeah, so it may not even be possible to steal the Minerva.
Well, I mean, I think it's possible, but it's like a 1-2% chance.
She's
got something to do. It gives her something to do because she's not doing anything else. So
her level's 42, and Realm is something.
She's pickpocket.
So basically, the chance of success is the stealer's level versus the target's level, and that difference determines how difficult it'll be. But Jav just giving up, just starting to cast Flare, and yeah.
Well, as soon as she casts that ability where you punch yourself in the face, that kind of makes those fixed dice obsolete now. It does get count. Well, of course, you have offering. It does get around it, but again, Javinator in Outlaw Star does not have the option. However, if Jex Rocks gets from the tower, if they do the double run, they're going to be definitely better set up. But Javinator does take down Goddess first.
Yep.
It is up to the lead. It actually officially has passed Outlaw Star.
That Flare putting in work. Goddess, another one of those fights that has naturally high magic defense. Probably a little bit lower because of Normalize and Distort, but still pretty high.
Jex Rock with some extra insurance policy information here. Having Celeste learn the Bum Rush, which is the strongest blitz ability available.
Yep, might as well. And then Strontium Behemoth here for Javinator. And soon, hopefully, for Outlaw Star.
Hola, señor.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, bien.
Bienvenido a Worlds Collide Final Fantasy VI. We're gonna go straight to Spanish now. Somebody hit the SCP button.
Let's get on Univision.
By the way, second half of the...
Where's Pedro K. So
we're better.
That's true, actually. I saw him in chat earlier. He might still be here. Pero Quinares.
Key. Get over here.
Is this FF6 Deportes? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had paid attention to high school or to Spanish in high school, then maybe.
I took 2 years of Spanish. I'm from Maine, okay? Never thought I would use it. Then I go to the job I have. I talk to people from Mexico and Argentina all the time. I guess I needed it after all. Crazy how that worked out.
Yeah.
And by the way, Jeff gets through the senior behemoth fight. Alostar now just starting the fight. Linuxian is in the tower fighting the numbers version of Inferno. And Jexfrog's finally doing the dive in. It's a split party actually after all. It's not going to do a full one-team dive. They are going to run it multiple times now. I think Bum Rush, getting that Bum Rush definitely submits Celeste a little bit better, but Javinator just backed out.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. He's got to split up his
Oh,
party
Javinator,
again.
I thought you meant Jex was going to double run. Oh, my bad. So Javi's double run, okay.
Yeah. So the one thing Jav didn't do was take a peek at the encounters on the sides. Would have helped him maybe set up his party a little bit better. So we'll see what happens when he gets up there. But yeah, Outlaw Star wrapping up his middle path and is going to get a jump on Jav for these side bosses.
Yeah, just regain another 5 minutes there again. So basically, All-Star has 5 minutes to get to Kefka now.
But even then, though, the final fight is also normalized and distorted, so weird stuff happens there. It is still anybody's race at this point.
Well, I am running a stopwatch, by the way, on the guys on the side to see what the difference is going to be.
Yeah, the one thing that Javinator has going for him is that reclimbing this tower the second time isn't anywhere near as slow as it is the first time, just because you're already down 3 bosses, right? So it's just the 2 on the wings that you've got to take care of.
By the way, Linuxian, kind of annoying fight there for Strago because some of his attacks are going to go to the limbs, not to the body of 128 here.
But the Octo VK swing those mighty knives, right?
There you go. So we do see the boss. Oh, this is yikes.
Yeah, this is the fight that you don't want.
Yeah. So this is where Javinator's double run is definitely going to come in huge and handy. Unfortunately, did not get the proc off those Illuminas to see if the Illuminas. Yep, evade is good. Wow, wave cannon after wave cannon after wave cannon on the Mog is going to keep missing thanks to the extra evade from the Illuminas. Does get a proc off the first one. Let's see if it gets a proc off the second one.
Nah, this is going to put
No,
him
it
away.
doesn't, but it's crap power anyways. Mog with the moves, dipping and diving around the Air Force, going to get through.
Yeah, dodging all of those wave cannons. What a play.
He is the Moogle.
Very nicely executed by Outlaw Star.
The
who
rest
had
of
no
us
control
Moogles can
over
only
those.
aspire to Mog.
Yeah. And then like that was a speedy Air Force.
Yeah, that's gonna be helpful. I mean, that was a tough boss, and
we didn't see the really rude stuff, right? Like we didn't see launcher into shrapnel or launcher into wave
we did see
cannon.
Launcher, it just missed. I mean, just everything Air Force threw at Mog just missed.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah. By the way, Allah Star, only one boss fight remaining here on the Goddess statue side, and it is Inferno. So
Another
both
rude
Inferno
one.
and Numbers is in here. Doggo! Doggo! Doggo counter!
Bark, bark,
Not gonna be very
bark.
strong though. Oh, okay, not bad. Double doggo. No, double doggo. Well, this is what we're just talking about offering with these kind of fights where you can't target what you want to hit. So only one set of the dice only hitting the body there.
That's probably for the best, though. You leave Inferno alive too long, Inferno with all of his limbs, and then he starts doing Delta hit, and you don't want to see that.
By the way, love token on the Nexian side to the quad VK Strago, but he don't care because when you have the offering, it bypasses that ability that she casts on you.
Oh,
Now able to put life 3 on the Strago, so even if Strago does get taken out in this fight, who also has the Minerva, should be fine on this fight, and that's a cracked pal got us down.
yep, easy money. Javinator on his Air Force. We'll see if he gets similar luck. Atomic Ray, not a big deal. And there is the Delta hit coming out for Outlaw Star. That is going to force a reset.
Okay, so Javinator also using Illumina, but instead of double Illumina, it's only single Illumina Gauntlet. So, cracked pal 2 hits done. Woo.
And it's hard to see the damage on that, but that was a 9,600 damage hit from Mog there. He is angry and he wants the world to know.
Okay, so that was a 4-minute difference between those two killing of Air Force to when the other kill. So 4 minutes have to run through to kill Air Force there. So it's about 3-minute difference, I think.
Well, Outlaw Star gearing up for his second attempt at Inferno.
Yep, and Javinator actually. Okay, so we're tied. Oh, we're tied.
Yeah, just about. Outlaw Star just a little
Like
ahead here.
Yeah. So we're a tie ball game right now.
Jexrock, meanwhile, finding his goddess. And Lanxian dispatching his senior behemoth and going to get his fursuit.
Yep. Behemoth is really nice, actually. It gives you extra vigor and stuff.
Oh, it's a big old pile of stats. You
yeah,
love it.
It's a good stat item that people kind of sometimes look over. Like, oh, Drago and can like quote Drago and Realm, where is this for casting magic? Well, no, they actually does a lot of vigor too. So they can actually help people hit like trucks. Level 51 Lenexian, by the way, on this Drago.
You love to see it. Oh, and Javinator taking the lead there while Outlaw Star getting Delta hit a second time. Has to reset.
So now Javinator taking the lead after having to run the tower twice. Better set up for these fights, taking the extra care and set up to make sure they had 2 characters to fit these fights instead of just 1. Able to come back and now take the lead at 1:40:15 in the run.
That's the power of double walking the tower. The tower power.
Sometimes safe is the best way. Sometimes. You wouldn't think that in speed runs, especially in competition speed runs, but sometimes being safe is better.
Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast.
Yep, that's what we say in fire. That's what we say in the fire department.
Yep. Javinator on the switches, about 1:40:40.
Yep. So I got the timer going to see how long it takes for Outlaw Star to actually get through this fight. Currently now 1 minute. He's lost 1 minute on that reset now. By the way, Jex for Rock catching up now. I think their levels are higher than Outlaw Stars are, so yeah, level 51 Gal, level 41 I forget which character was there in the middle there. Shadow.
Shadow.
That's
a throw Shadow too, so yeah.
So this race is not over, everybody. As Javinator sets up the party for the climb, and we see the bouncing. Looks like Gengar Hunters.
So 1:41:38 start. So in the chat, get your guesses in. How long is it going to take Javinator to go from the bottom to the top to dispatch Final Kefka? And down goes Inferno for Outlaw Star. So,
so that is 2 minutes and 5 seconds behind.
Javinator getting the X Zone out there, swallowing up that long arm. It is vulnerable to instant death, so I think that was the first try, so very nice.
X Zone, not the most accurate one to use, but does do the trick.
And down goes Inferno for Lanxian, so...
Hey!
It's all coming together.
Quad Knight hitting the short arm. Getting our life 3s out there. Looks like Jab's going to keep Gao down here. It's not going to revive them. So looks like they're going to only run with 3 here the remainder of the run.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. If that Gao wasn't doing anything.
Important to note, Outlaw Star to the switches faster than Javinator was. So it does pick up a little bit of time getting to the switches. By the way, Lenexi and Jax not far behind here, as Javinator does complete Tier 1.
Yeah, on to Tier 2, and I don't know if this is scarier than Tier 3, but there's definitely a lot more going on here.
Yeah,
I guess the one good thing is that the HP is a little bit lower here.
That's probably a good thing, especially when trying to kill Tiger. I don't know if we have mute though. Oh, I hate seeing Haste 2 used right off the back though for magic. That's rough. But again, this is the 4-headed beast. Tools are just kind of mill is still susceptible to that auto kill with the X zone, so we're gonna try to do that first. The Tiger weak to ice. We don't have ice 3, I believe. As X zone does take out tools. But lower health is going to help us with the Tiger part. I did not see. Oh, we do have ice 3. I did not see mute though, so we are going to have to contend with Magic's shenanigans here. Whoa. Okay, Gimme did mute it.
Strago may have had Sourmouth, because Jab's
Sourmouth, you're right. Sourmouth must have muted him. Nice. Nice.
With the Doom Tusk on Strago, though, that is unfortunate. But that looks like it was a death there, so very nice.
Lifeguard's going to miss Strago here.
Jexfrock, I believe, is through all of his fights, so is going to be stepping on the switches.
Oh, God. I saw the boomerang come out. That was one of those insta-kill boomerangs. Whoa! Yeah, you're right. Jex out of nowhere, down 3rd place.
And Lanxian wrapping up his Air Force, so very, very close here. Like, anything can happen.
Well, especially with Jex, because I think Jex is the strongest coming in here. Like, they have the strongest team.
I don't know, because Lanxian has an Octo VK user, and that is very, very potent.
It's potent, but susceptible to be stopped, because the lower health it is, the more damage you do, but the lower health you are, the more susceptible you are to be killed. So as long as you keep life 3 on Strago, you should be okay. By the way, Javinator is trying to finish up hits here on Tier 2, as Outlaw Star is trying to take out the short arm on Tier 1. I think that's the counter. I think they're moving on. Yes, they're moving on. Jexfrock just starting Tier 1. At the same time, Outlaw Star is moving to Tier 2. Here comes the hits for Javinator. They're going to be going Tier 3. So we're going to see 3 tiers of Kefka on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nope, not quite.
We're not quite. I guess Magic's still alive. Oh, Magic's still alive. They're saving Magic for last. Usually kill Magic before it hits, but...
Well, if it's muted, then there's no reason to specifically target them. So, yeah, now we just start chopping them up.
Slice and dice.
And so, just for the viewers at home, Lanxian... Oops, hang on. Sorry, Outlaw Star started the fight at 143.52. And Jexy started at 146.05. Lanxian just getting up there now.
By the way, Jexfrock with the Celeste in the party, I believe they're the only ones that have a heal. Because I didn't see any Cure 1, Cure 2, or Cure 3. So that might be another important aspect with Mantra, plus being healed, and being able to get rid of the Shrine, Blindness, and Mute later on. So,
yeah, if that comes up, Mantra could be huge for that.
So Celeste might be the key here for Jex to catch up and not get in too much trouble here, as Javinator does go to Tier 3. Now, this is the one you said that this is the scary one.
A Meteo I don't know if it kills Mog. It will come very close. Meteor will definitely kill Realm and Strago. It's going to do about 3,000 damage a piece, so you have to be really careful here.
Especially with an open Merton here, that's going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, okay, so but girl still has like quad 9 health, all right?
More than that.
Oh, she has more. Oh wow. Oh
Because
yeah.
normalize and
because
distort.
Yeah, she normalized, so now she probably has like how much health does she?
Probably closer to 20,000. It's a hard knock life for N&D
so even if you cut her in half and health in half like it is kind of right now, she's still gonna be almost able to heal quad 9s.
No, she will heal quad 9s.
That's what I'm saying. She'll still be able to heal quad 9. So
Yeah.
wow, that's insane. So you can heal the half health, and heal yourself back up to full. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like girl is down though, as it looks like we are casting spells onto sleep here.
Yeah, so getting the life 3s on everybody. Yeah.
Wow. Lenexian already up to tier 2. Wow, he is catching up fast.
That Octo VK, I'm telling you, it's putting in work. It looks like he stepped on the statue. It's about 147.45. Meanwhile, both Outlaw Star and Jexrock on tier 2.
What are these dice rolls from check screen? 88?
Yeah. Dice is dicey. Okay, does get the skip on the Meteor.
Realm gets Coma's second one coming out, misses the Mog. Mog still has his dancing shoes on. Able to dodge again as we go into tier 4, still with their core 3 party of Mog, Realm, and Strago.
Yeah, and again, Javinator is not out of the woods yet, because Final Kefka is normalized and distorted in more ways than one.
Yep, but we do have a Mega Elixir, so we can get our team back up to full health here.
Yep.
After fallen one, with
also
3
moving on to
characters,
tier
probably
3.
not. Javinator does not have the VK Lenexi thing going on. Who's, by the way, Strago, 5,000, well, 5,300, 400 damage per hit here.
Yep. Multiply that by 8.
So Strago doing 42,400 damage average per turn. That's insane.
Javinator trying to steal a Mega Elixir here. Probably not going to succeed.
Yeah, it's worth a try though. If you can get an extra Mega Elixir, and nope, is not able to do it.
Well, so Kefka's level is something big, because the final tier is unscaled, even though it is normalized and distorted.
Oh, Capture with Setzer cannot get the steal either. So it doesn't look like he has a Mega Elixir from his. I guess maybe he didn't do Magimaster.
Yeah, I think he skipped Magimaster. Looks like Kefka
Javinator
is level
did
70.
confirm no. Okay, so Javinator confirmed no. He did not do Magimaster. So Strago goes down. Life 3 is going to bring it back. Life 3, not on Realm, not on Strago. Is still on Mog, though.
Yeah, so
No
unfortunately,
healing.
I think that Jav has spent a fair amount of time just trying to get this to work, and it's basically not going to. So gonna have to pump the damage here. Life 3's putting back on everybody.
So Life 3 onto Strago. Strago has Phoenix. So he's going to try to let everybody die and then cast Phoenix to bring everybody back. Hopefully does not get Hyper Winged after this Goner, though. It is risky. So everybody's going to die off this Goner. Mog and Strago will be coming back. Does have
I
Phoenix.
think Realm is coming back as well.
Realm is coming back, yeah. So everybody should be coming back regardless of Phoenix. You're right, because they did get Life 3 on the big 3. There's the Strago one.
Strago has a Pearlwind. So
Okay, so maybe X Potion, Strago, Pearlwind? Nope, can't anymore. That's trying. That's going to mute the whole party now.
you can still cast lures while you're muted.
Oh, you can just literally mute it?
You sure can.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, you can't.
I was gonna
Can't
say you
lure?
can't.
I thought you can.
No!
No, you know what? I'm thinking of
What are you
Final
talking
Fantasy
about?
V.
What?
It's Final Fantasy V, where you can still cast
Oh.
blue magic while you're muted. My bad.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
Anyways, I want to stop right now on tier 4. The Nexian is on tier 2. Oh, sorry, he's going to tier 3 now. Matchup with Jax Rock, who's also on tier 3. Strago, the only one alive here on Javinator's side. Kefka, going back in the Goner stage again. He's not muted,
Yeah.
so if Phoenix bring it right back, it doesn't matter.
You don't want a Phoenix here. He has to life 3 here in order to survive this. The unfortunate thing is that it was a double Havoc Wing that knocked over Magan Realm.
Yeah, well, he has to hope for another not double Havoc Wing here. As Star is now also on top of the pile here with Javinator.
Strago or Javinator needs Revenger. I think that's basically because if Havoc Wing connects, it's a wipe.
Nothing happened. We're still good.
There's the Revenger.
There's Revenger, so we're good.
It can follow up with the Havoc Wing.
Oh, he's not going to use the Phoenix.
I think Jav forgot about the Phoenix.
So going with some Phoenix down instead of Phoenix Esper here. There's a Havoc Wing. There's one. Long with the dances. You still with a dodge.
All right, so.
By the way, Owlstar back up too. He's got all of his characters up. He's in the Goner stage. Double swack from Maga here.
Jaxrock up there as well.
Looks like Owlstar trying to get the Pro Win ready to go here off. No, tier 2 actually. He's going to top everybody off.
Here comes the quick, so you're going to get 2 max damage swings here. There's the calmness for Lynx.
1
and
2. 16,000 damage. Mog, damming off the punch there. Life 3. Mog back up again. Outlaw Star, still down. Lancian back on top. Jex Rock is also on top. Everybody is on tier 4 right now. 154.52 into the run here. Quick again casted by Mog for Javinator. Outlaw Star, rolling the dice here from Setzer. Low roll.
I think this is going to be it for Jav. There's the crack power for Jav.
Round 155.05, we'll get the official time there. Joe's All Star with the crack power. 155.09 with the official times here in just a little bit to make sure the times are here. 155.04 for Jav. By the way, just for
race, my gosh.
155.08, 4-second difference between Javinator and Outlaw Star. Jax Rock, now with the fixed dice with the Goner stage, is Lenexian just starting their tier 4. Oh, did not get the cat scratch proc with Gao, so Gao just doing the basic damage instead there.
A big swing from Lynx, but crack power for Jexy.
That 2,000, like very low hit from Illumina from Jackson's Mog was enough there. 155.50, so that's 3 people finishing within 1 minute. There is Strago with the Super 5. That guy's down too.
Yeah.
156.04. 1 minute separated from first to fourth here. Woo!
What an incredible race. My goodness.
It's almost as if we picked these on purpose.
God. Yeah, you the viewer don't know that.
Well, once again, this was VOD.